What's up, bitches? Brandon Lynette here, your host of the Listen Bitch podcast. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss an episode. Follow my YouTube channel, Brandon Lynette. Make sure you hit up onceuponatimebitches.com, grab the books, and sign up for emails at brandonlynette.com. And that's a great reminder for myself because I haven't sent out an email this week. So I will definitely get you guys a love letter this week. Okay. Um, Today's topic is super easy for me to talk about. We're going to talk about how to overcome the worst part of your day, how to recover from it quickly. Um, I don't, I'm honest with you guys. I talk about the struggle. I don't talk about all the glory, and I don't wait to have a level of perfection in my life where I can pretend I have it all together because I definitely don't. And yesterday was tough for me. It was tough, but it didn't overcome my entire day. Okay. I was just in a funk. Um, and I started making the choices to do the next best thing. And that's kind of when you guys are in a spiral and when you're down and out. Um, I talk about this in Once Upon a Time, bitches. Um, you do the next right thing. So I get it. Everybody has bad days. And there's always that one day where no matter, how hard you try, nothing seems to work out the way you want it to. Everybody has experienced that. And there are so many things in our everyday that we can't control, but there are ways that we can genuinely make peace with even the worst of the days. Okay. Um, and your perspective is going to be what plays into this. Okay. So the first step is going to be to change how you think. You're going to want to see things as they are, not as you want them. So, kind of like yesterday, the story I was telling myself, and it wasn't true, and I was, it was in my awareness that it wasn't true, is, I felt trapped, the walls are closing in, it was like a jail. I could spiral with that story and I could go down into the trenches. Okay, I can become the depression, I can become the sadness, I can get overwhelmed because that would be the story I stick to. So when you're not feeling good, focus on the things that are going well. And that was part of my journey yesterday, is every step I took to do the next right thing, I started to feel better, um, recording the podcast, going to the gym, eating a protein forward meal, that kind of stuff, getting into my Bible reading, doing the journaling. Everything I did, I would focus on the perspective of being able to celebrate that habit. Um, and so when you change your perspective and you start focusing on the things that are going well, literally, like after I recorded yesterday's podcast, I get another text from my husband where he is just ecstatic about his job, and that made me feel so much better. So it's just focusing on the things that are good, and then really the chances are that what's going wrong doesn't matter as much as we think, right? So, what is the next step, right? We look at the things that are going well, and then we want to change our attitude, tilt the scales in favor of what you can control, such as what you do, what you think, and what you're saying. You start by taking a step back and looking at things objectively. Okay. This is where you have to exercise your emotional control. That means not falling into the temptation of becoming the sadness, becoming the anger, becoming the frustration. You step back, take a deep breath, do the things. Maybe you need to count to 10. Okay. Maybe you need to pop your wrist with a rubber band. Ask yourself what you can do to make things better, and then you do it. So you want to take the steps of, absolutely give your emotions a place to express themselves. I had a fucked up day yesterday. It didn't feel good, okay? And nothing extravagantly bad happened. It was just me coming into the awareness of the change, okay? And I'm someone who doesn't like to be stagnant, and that was a constant thought throughout my day, is like, this is just change, and we welcome change, right? So it was kind of that, affirming that to myself of like, change is good, change means growth. Uh and when you start changing your mindset and you change the frequency of what your thoughts and your feelings are vibrating on, you get the confirmation. So it was me talking to myself like, all right, B, this change is good. We're evolving, we're growing. And, I get a text from my husband that says, well, going backwards is not an option. So when you open up to changing your perspective, when you change your focus, you will get the affirmations that you need to know you're on the right track. But you want to clarify the issue. So I zeroed in on the target. I want you to think about, the feeling a bad day offers becomes unbearable sometimes, okay? And you don't feel like you're having a bad day until you have that series of events happen. So you immediately need to identify what is making you feel bad. Maybe you're on edge, maybe you're just kind of overwhelmed lately. Identify and name what is going on. Telling yourself like, I'm just tired. And that was definitely something that I thought about yesterday. It's like, look, you're not sleeping well. It's a habit for someone who has spent their whole lives in, hyper independent survival mode. It's just genuinely in our DNA to want to control all the things. And even though I'm breaking myself free of the pattern, there's still parts of my body, especially physically, that want to continue to react to the way that I've always reacted. Okay. So telling yourself you're tired or everything is too much work, that's not going to change anything. It's about saying, okay, look, I'm tired because I've been up all night. I feel overwhelmed because I've got, deadlines and I haven't started this task. Whatever that is, identify that. Just as people in crisis are encouraged to name the danger, pinpointing your problem is going to help you actually, proactively deal with that situation. Another thing that really saves my ass when I feel that temptation to spiral is gratitude. We get so caught up in what's wrong that we forget to think about the positive things in our life. So take a moment and reflect on a few of these things. Like, first of all, you have to look beyond yourself. Okay. Think of someone that has done something nice for you or someone else in your family who might need the extra love and attention. There are little things that make you happy. What are they? Maybe it's, music or a great meal or talking to friends, something that makes you happy. And then focus on the things that you're grateful for in your current situation. Maybe you have a nice home to live in. Maybe you have enough money that you're going to get through the month. Maybe you've got a job that pays extremely well. Consider what you're grateful for about you, your hard work, your persistence and effort. When you focus on those positive things instead of negative, this helps bring clarity to whatever situation that you're experiencing. There are studies that show you cannot feel depressed and grateful at the same time. It's impossible. It's kind of like my experience with my relationship with Christ. You cannot have faith and fear at the same time. They cannot coexist. Believing in something that isn't there takes up so much space and energy of, just it's the vibration you're on that there is no room to worry because you just trust. That's the same thing. You can't be grateful and depressed at the same time. And I know the truth. And if you looked at the past circumstances in your life, this would probably be true for you as well. Sometimes not getting what we want is a blessing in disguise. And I know everything that I go through, I grow through, and there's always something better on the other side of that experience. So I learned to let go no matter how hard it is. Releasing that control, releasing what it is you desire in this moment, delaying that gratification. Those are things that are going to get you in a forward momentum to open the doors for the new opportunities, new outlook. And I get it. The most effective way to deal with not getting what we want in this moment is to focus on what we have right now that is really great. That's another, my husband and I want to move into a different house. And when you make that decision energetically, there can be a level of impatience and we want it now. But the truth is, I just need to really stay in that vibration of gratitude for what we have now, or I'll drive myself fucking crazy. And then I'm going to push away everything I desire. When we chase things, we repel them. So it's just kind of sitting in your energy and being grateful for what you have. I get it. When we get what we want, we're happy. And when we don't, it's easy to be pissed off. You have more than you realize, but you can't see this because of your focus on that other thing. So having this perspective is going to help you grow your appreciation for things and the people in your life. And it's going to build that muscle of learning to recover quickly from a bad day. We know the truth, bitch. Okay. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. That is true. We have this incredible human capacity to overcome any obstacle, and we can build on what other people see as a disadvantage. Momentum is everything. Okay. And it's better to take a step forward despite the tribulations than take a step back and get knocked down. It's better to go slow at something than to jump all the way in and find out you're going the wrong direction. It's better to be open to learning from those setbacks, learning from that experience rather than being doomed by that. And the fact of the matter is, your mind is stronger than your body. Okay. Your brain is the boss. It overcomes anything in life that could overwhelm or discourage us if your desire is strong enough. You have to have the willingness and the want to be able to change your perspective. You have to want it. What does Eric Thomas say? You have to be hungry. You have to be hungry for that peace. You have to be hungry for growth. You have to be hungry for, that ultimate emotional stability and control. Some people are just addicted to the victim mentality. Some people like the woe is me space. They have learned to manipulate people and situations all around them by giving in to that I'm a victim, feel sorry for me mentality. So people become addicted to that. And once you start becoming emotionally mature, when you bring this into your awareness, you realize these are the leeches that, suck the life out of you. And it gives you that opportunity to practice setting boundaries. We don't want the leeches, okay? We don't want to enable the victim mentalities. We want to make choices that are going to motivate the people in our lives to do the same. You are the sum of the people you're around. So if everyone around you is constantly complaining and, being a victim and not taking responsibility, chances are you've got the same tendencies. So release the baggage. Okay. There is no improvement in life if you cannot get outside of where you are in this moment. Be pissed off, hit a punching bag, feel bad, just get the fuck over it. That's what we do. That's what we do. Okay. And today's a really great day for me. Definitely have a different perspective. It has helped. It helps to process that. And yeah, do I have, an opportunity to talk about my feelings out loud and be able to hear it back and reflect on that? Absolutely. Does that help? Yeah. So, bitch, maybe you need to record a video of your struggle and talk about your feelings out loud so you can see the perspective. You get to the truth. It's the same thing when I journal. That's the experience I have. I write down what I feel like is happening and then ask quickly to see the truth and the perspective in what is real. And so I read that back to myself and then I can rewrite what serves me. It's power. It's powerful. That is how I've learned to flex and strengthen the muscle, is by practicing that continually and knowing that every situation is something that I can, use to grow from, or I can use to crawl back and be a victim. Absolutely. I have all the things I could blame and the perspectives, and, I could crawl into victim mentality very quickly. Does that serve me? Can I get to outside of that? No, there is no growth in blaming everyone around you or deciding that the world is against you. How many people? How many people? I see it all the time. The world is just against me right now. That's not how this works. And we think so many times like the enemy's attacking us, but really we prayed for peace. So what's going to happen? You're going to get situations, you will attract situations that are going to encourage you to practice and exercise what it is to bring peace to the situation. That's it. I every day want to grow. So what's going to happen? The universe is going to attune to that frequency. I flip the radio station. This is where I want to be. What's going to happen is everything that I want to work on is going to face me. I want to be able to grow through, things I can't control. So what's going to happen? I'm going to have a lot of situations that I can't control to be able to grow through. That's what happens. So it is a gift. It's a gift. We literally get everything we ask for. It's wild to me. Some of us like to take the long road and learn the hard way, and that's okay. That's okay. I think we're better for it in the end. So have a great day, bitch. I'll see you later.